Okay, hey everybody. So this is my second video on YouTube. I'm super excited about it. So today I wanted to talk about how it's okay to ignore societal norms and to just be yourself. But what's not okay is to say that you're trans, but not actually be trans. I think as a society, we've gone soft. I think certain things absolutely should be accepted, like being transgender. That's one of the biggest things that should be a little bit better understood and accepted, and that's my goal, is to help people really understand what it means to be a transgender person in society. But at the same time, people need to understand that not everybody is trans, and that's okay. Gatekeeping is necessary in some communities, such as this one. Reason being, there are people that detransition because they said they were trans and they weren't actually trans. And so that just did more damage than it did good in the long run of the community as a whole. It did a lot of damage, and it gives people a reason to delegitimize somebody like me. And just hate somebody like me by saying I'm not actually trans, because trans people, a huge portion of them detransition or things of that nature. So if you are saying that you're trans, but you don't experience dysphoria, you're not trans, and you're actually hurting the community more than you are helping it. And the same with people who are not trans, never thought they were trans, never said they were trans, but defending people like that. I understand that sometimes people cannot transition because of medical reasons or because they're too young, but if you are too young or it's a medical reason, at least try your very hardest to present as a male and to pass. It's not society's job to validate you. It is your job to validate yourself, and then society will do it willingly. I came out as trans when I was I want to say 14 or 15. I waited until I was 19 to actually start hormones because that was just better. It was better for me as a person. I wanted to move out and be on my own before I made a decision like that. Not that I had to be. My mom wanted it to be that way, but I also wanted it to be that way so I could just live my life the way I wanted to. It's okay once you've transitioned to the point that I have to be slightly feminine, but don't be like that lady that runs around who started testosterone, stopped testosterone, and says people have periods or guys have periods too, because that's not the case. Biological men do not have periods. Men do not have periods. If you are on testosterone and you're passing as a man, you don't have a period. Unless you stop testosterone for whatever reason, then maybe a man would have a period, but at the same time, you're still biologically a woman. I've accepted the fact that I'm still and always will be biologically a woman. But it does a lot of damage. So people detransitioning and people saying they're trans, someone saying they're a male, but they're a biological female, don't even try to pass. Just say it's he, they pronouns. No. I'm sorry, but you're not respectable. You're not respecting yourself, first of all, you're not even validating yourself. So why would anybody else validate you? I have validated myself 1,000%. I present as a man. I have a man's voice. I have facial hair. I mean, I needed to shave. I didn't shave before this. Usually I do. But nobody in their right mind is going to actually use those pronouns for you. Behind your back, I guarantee you, they're using she pronouns. Okay, nobody is going to be like, oh yeah, he, him, when you're walking around looking like a female. It doesn't make any sense. And the main thing I talk about is transgender men. It's harder for trans women to pass, so if this is not aimed at trans women, unless you're really not even trying. Unless you are literally just walking around in men's clothes, expecting someone to call you a she and trying to use a women's bathroom, no, we don't support that here. And society's never going to support that. I don't know why people think that they can just change society overnight. That's not how it works. If you ease society into change, it'll work much better. But sitting here and attacking people and calling them transphobic and homophobic because they don't fully accept something yet is not fair. You're not even taking the time to teach them. You just attack them whenever they ask a question. That's why they come to me and they feel safe asking me, because I don't attack people. I've had countless people say that they used to be transphobic or homophobic, and then they started watching my videos and now they understand better. And now they support me and they love me and they're amazing. Trans people are people. But people who claim to be trans and don't transition are making my life harder as a trans person, somebody who is actually trans. And not only that, but it fucking diminishes everything I've gone through to get my pronouns and to have people respect them and to get my gender changed on my ID and to get my name changed on my ID. It's taken a lot. And you're just completely diminishing all the struggle that I went through to do that, and all the people that I lost and the friends I lost in the process and the family I lost too. Like, it's not fair. It's not right. You shouldn't do that. It's not cool. So people who aren't trans, I am begging you, if you are not trans and you truly want to support the trans community, do not call someone their pronouns unless they actually present as those pronouns. Because one, it's either going to scare off people who think they're trans but aren't actually trans. It's going to be like, oh, okay, well, no one's even listening to me anyways. I guess I'm not. I mean, oh well. I tried, didn't work, I'm not actually trans, I really don't even have gender dysphoria, so I'm just a fraud. And it's going to show people that it actually takes work. Being trans is not fun, it's not cute, it's not cool, it's not a trend. It should never have gotten to this point, and I'm trying to end the fact that people think it's a trend. It should never have been a trend. It should have never become a trend. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. This is not a trend. Like, it blows my mind that people think that they can treat it as a trend. This is my life. My life is not a trend. My life is not some show. It's not about my TikToks. It's not about my YouTube. My life is about me walking around, and if somebody finds out I'm trans, being able to be like, you know what, yeah, I am. I didn't tell you because honestly it's really none of your business, but please don't hate me for it. And I shouldn't have to say that last part. And it's all of your faults for doing that. It's everybody's fault who has ever validated a person who is not actually trans. And there's people out there saying they're trans, but they don't have dysphoria, transitioning, getting legitimate gender dysphoria because they transitioned and they weren't trans, and either detransitioning or getting legitimate depression out, or even worse, committing suicide. And you know whose fault and whose that's on? It's not on me. I didn't validate them. You did. You people who are validating fake trans people all the time, it is your fault. It is not mine. It is not my burden. I'm trying to end that. There are people out here dying and killing themselves and getting depressed and hating their body because they're transitioning when they were never meant to transition in the first place. That is why the UK is so backed up on hormone replacement therapy, because so many people are saying they're trans when they are not. So now, in countries where it's not just readily available, legitimate trans people cannot receive proper care. Like, it's so sad. And then, they're not getting their proper care, and they're getting these letters that they have to wait 1, 2, 3, 4 years to actually receive that treatment. They're killing themselves. And it's your fault for getting in their way when you're not actually trans. It is your fault. It's the LGBT's fault for forcing people to accept something that isn't true and will never be true. Like, I can't fathom or begin to comprehend how you think that's okay. To validate somebody who's not even trying to validate themselves. Earn your pronouns, put in the work, show that you're actually trans. Show that you should be respected. That is something that we have lost as a society, is the phrase, give respect, get respect. You earn it. Respect is earned. It's earned by showing somebody else respect. It's earned by showing other groups respect. And that you're not respecting anybody. You don't even have enough respect for yourself to be like, hey, I want to be called he, him, so I'm going to present as he, him. Like, what are you missing here? Where is your basic comprehension skills? Oh, well, we need to change society. No, we don't. We have come very, very far as a society. I'm talking about America now. An LGBT person in America has every right that a straight, cisgendered, biological man or woman has. I can buy a car, I can buy property, I can marry whoever I want. But yet you're saying we're oppressed. If you would stop letting yourselves be oppressed, you wouldn't be oppressed. This doesn't go for any other minority. None of them. But the LGBT community. Quit being victims. Quit being oppressed. I have never allowed myself to be a victim. I have never allowed myself to be oppressed. You are putting yourself in these situations to be a victim and to be oppressed. I live my life with respect and honesty, and I earned my respect, and people respect me. There are very few people out there that actually don't respect me. So my question to you is, why is it so much fun for you to be oppressed? Why do you want that? Why do you live with this victim mentality? It's not helping you. It's not helping the community. It's not helping the cause. It's not helping anything. So why are you doing it? You're making things worse for people like me. You're attacking other people for not knowing when you won't even take the time to teach them. You say, oh, Google it. Google it. These people that are in your life that you are personally attacking cannot Google your specific circumstance. You need to be open and honest and tell people. Because I can only speak for myself, and I can only speak for a portion of the LGBT, of the transgender community. I can't speak for all of it. So if you really want someone to understand you, quit getting mad and attacking people because they have questions. They're curious. Humans are naturally curious. You know why? It's bred into humans, okay? If we're not curious, we could die. It was part of evolution where we evolved curiosity and fear of the unknown. Most of the times you see a bear. You don't know that bear personally, so it is an unknown bear. You back off, or you run away, or you get away as fast as possible because you assume that bear is dangerous. And society will never come to a point, and I hope it doesn't, where we walk around, hi, I'm so-and-so, my pronouns are he, they, what are yours? No, that's unrealistic, that's stupid. That's very stupid. If you want certain pronouns, present as those certain pronouns without a shadow of a doubt. People ask me my pronouns all the time and it offends me. Asking somebody their pronouns is offensive. To most people, it offends me because it's like, wow, am I not passing enough? Am I not trying hard enough? Don't ask me my fucking pronouns. What do I look like? If it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. I look like a man, I walk like a man, I talk like a man, I'm a fucking man. My pronouns are he, they. I cannot believe that people are asking pronouns. I hate it. Stop asking pronouns. Stop it. Stop asking pronouns and stop validating people who won't even validate themselves. They don't even care enough to validate themselves, so why are you doing it for them? That makes no sense at all. But I think that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you take something away from this. I hope you learn something from any of my videos. I will be posting again on Friday. I have a new camera coming in. A whole thing happened with that. I got the camera. It didn't come with the wires that I needed, so I ordered from a different company. Also, do not forget to like, follow, share this if you'd like. Turn on the notification bell. It's somewhere down here. Turn it on so that anytime I post a video, you'll be able to see. I've come to the conclusion I'm going to be posting on Tuesdays. I know today's Wednesday, but bear with me. On Tuesdays and Fridays. Have a great weekend, and then to find out how people's weekends went. I'm thinking every Tuesday I'm going to have my wife join. Just have her join, say a little something during the video. share an experience. The link in the description takes you to all of my social media. Just have fun. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you would like to hear for Friday, for this weekend. We're going to start the 2 videos a week, Friday and Tuesday this weekend. So just be sure to tune in. Tell me what you'd like to hear about. My DMs are always open for questions. I might not be able to get it to every comment on a videos because I have 30,000 followers on TikTok now. That is just amazing. I never thought that would happen. So I can't always get to every comment, but I can get to every DM. My DMs are open. So you can message me. Also my Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram. I'll get it. I usually get to TikTok quicker because that's where I spend most of my time. And most importantly, if you are a person who does not get offended easily, join my Discord. If you are a person who is curious about trans people or curious about things in general, join my Discord. It is also in the link that is in the description. So feel free to join. We're here to educate people, and the rules I live by, my life anthem, okay? Respect, honesty, education, and unity, okay? You need all of those things. If you add respect and honesty and tolerance and, oh, there's one more. Respect, honesty, tolerance, and education, you get unity and understanding. And that's all I want, is unity and understanding, and to change at least one person's thought process. And I've already changed one, and I'm sure I can change more. So please, follow, and, have a great day. And stay safe out there. I know the world can be a scary place.